Hey, what is up, you guys? I got my guy here, Jhun, and guess what? He's already done college, guys.
Finally.
Finally, man. Finally.
Dude, how's it going on with you, man? It's been a long time, dude.
Yeah, man. Just been working and like doing the side hustle a lot, actually. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man. The entrepreneur side hustle.
Yeah, trying to build an ECP up. Actually, that's what I've been trying to do.
Trying to get that 6 figures.
Yeah, man. Like it's crazy, but building ECP, it's definitely not easy. But I know it's gonna be worth it in the end.
Oh, definitely, man. It's like a building block from the ground up to keep going up. Man.
Exactly.
So, it's definitely a lot of respect to entrepreneurs and respect to you, man, including you a lot. Like you've been always working, always grinding, you know.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, just like my college degree, I've been grinding and
seriously.
I was going through a lot of trials and tribulations with this college degree.
So like how were you as a student like when you were going through the whole struggle?
Oh, so a little bit background about myself. I was a normal average student over in high school. I had like a 3.4 GPA.
It's a little bit more than average.
I mean, but the thing is, I was a transfer student. So I went to Washington. I went to 2 different high schools. Mm-hmm. One I kind of didn't really take serious. Then when I transferred, I didn't really have any friends or anybody that I could mess around with and enjoy high school with. So I had no choice but to really stick my head into the books, or else I'd be bored. Right, and then later on, I graduated high school, and I thought to myself, my initial self was like, okay, college now. That's the next battle.
Exactly.
So with high school, going to college, I didn't really know what I wanted to be. All I wanted to be, I just kept on hearing the word nursing, and I thought to myself, hey, maybe that's the best route for me. Me being Filipino, and everyone around me is Filipino, and everyone's saying nursing. I thought, hey, that's the best route because I'm Filipino. so I tried that route.
Okay.
Ended up not liking it. Like I said, I'm not really an academic. I'm not that type of person. I've always been kind of just I get lucky sometimes. Really, I don't study as much. Whatever. Anyways, I was in nursing school. I didn't really like it too much. I was just kind of not too happy. I was definitely depressed while I was in there. So my anxiety kicked in. It was like, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? So fast forward in that, I figured out the perfect major for me. I thought it was engineering. I've always been hands-on. I've always liked to design things. I feel like as an engineer, you're an artist as well, because you get to really think about. And the crazy thing about being an engineer as an artist is like, as an artist, you create from scratch, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But then with engineering, it's like you gotta create something that's already been there to create something better. So that's like the real challenge. It's like,
could you also innovate too?
Yeah, innovate. Yeah, make something better. Something, design things.
Create something from scratch.
Create from scratch. You could also do, but for me, it's just more of a challenge because it's like, hey, how can I make a house become more efficient in terms of, saving money and stuff? And that's what like engineering really is. It's more like, how can I save someone else some money with the lowest cost possible? Or how can I design a robot that could change the world? Or like, how can I design something to be able to for instance, like I designed a heart monitor, and You
designed a heart monitor?
Yeah, me and me and my group members, and we designed it, in the mind of to help other people out who has heart problems and whatnot. Especially since like the world is becoming more athletic, more fit oriented. Everyone's more about fitness goals. And everyone's in the gym all the time.
That's true.
So it's definitely like a great opportunity to take advantage of something that's trending and make millions off of it. Like who knows if this thing will be in production or if somebody's willing to pay for it to be in production, and we would all be millionaires. But so I've always been a hands-on guy. I've always liked to destroy my warranty on a lot of my electronics because I've always tried to figure out how does it work. So like later on I had to, so like I said, I was not really much of an academic, right? So going through engineering, I had to humble myself because I didn't know that it was an extensive process to get in there. I didn't know that there was like 4 years of math.
Oh.
You know, like 5 semesters of like science, calculus based, and there's a lot of like, you know, just very difficult subject, like it's difficult classes, man. Just so I had to humble myself. I failed a lot of classes. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Like I failed a lot of classes. Starting up, because I wasn't used to the pace.
Mm-hmm.
The pace was very different. It's like your curriculum, like your class schedule would be like Calc 1, you know, Physics 3, Chemistry.
Oh damn!
And then you got to take an engineering course that allows to you know, and it's like, dang, later on you have 16 credits of all hard classes,
mm-hmm.
and you're thinking to yourself like, how can I fit all this in one day?
Yeah.
And that's why I failed a few times, because it was hard for me to adjust because I wasn't really used to, my work ethic wasn't there yet. So
mm-hmm.
as soon as I figured out the balance between that, I was able to figure out the pattern, figure that, and you know, later on I got accepted to a college in Newark, New Jersey, New Jersey's Institute of Technology, which is a tech school, mainly for their engineering school. And you know, I couldn't be any prouder to say I have a degree from them, and just like, you know, it's definitely hard work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as soon as I graduated, I thought to myself, man, like this is such a great like opportunity for me, because not just because like you know, a lot of people who go to school don't really take their college degree too seriously.
Yeah.
Because I know I didn't really take it very seriously. I know like a lot of people will just breeze by and get C's and stuff.
Yeah.
I've always been a C's, get degrees type of guy, and my GPA isn't competitive at all. But like, what really took me like, that took me like to like really loving the school is like, I would always ask my professors for help,
mm-hmm.
and those are the people that's always willing to help at all times. Like, I feel like my money was worth it.
Yeah. Because
it's not like one of those colleges where like you can't even see your professors in office hours, or just hiding and just trying to get their money and get out.
Yeah.
No, these professors really care about me. Like they basically held my hand throughout the whole process of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so, and that makes me like a better engineer, because you know, I'm being taught by engineers from IBM, taught from engineers from Google, and you know, like big name companies that matters.
Yeah.
Like this isn't like, you know, people say like, you know, there's a lot of videos speculating like, oh, Gary Vee is like saying like don't go to college and whatnot, but like this is a perfect example of why you should go to college. Like, it's not because of your mother or your father, or you're trying to make someone proud. Like, you're doing it for yourself to make yourself proud, because at the very end of the day, I'm very proud that I've been taught by one of the best professors
mm-hmm.
in the world, and you know, basically the world. Like, there's people from Turkey. I got a professor from Turkey. He graduated number 1, like the number 1 student. I forget what they're called, but like from Turkish, and as an electrical engineer, and guy's PhD as the number 1 guy, and he's teaching at the same school. And this guy has designed like antennas for the world, and it's like,
that's crazy.
It's like, wow, like you know, I wish I dedicated more time with them, because
mm-hmm.
then if I get their reference,
mm-hmm.
if I use them as a reference, what happens to me? I'm going to be in the same level,
exactly.
same platform. It's like being like almost like you're being guided by like Steve Jobs, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You're basically in the same room as like the caliber of that type of people. And for me to say that, it's like kind of cool, because it kind of shows like, if you really work hard and you don't let all that dumb stuff like, you know, fuzzy up your head and
mm-hmm.
saying like, you know, do not work hard and do this instead, or drop out of college, or whatever it may be, you just gotta work hard and get it.
Exactly. You gotta invest in yourself, no matter, like, not for anyone else but yourself. You know, that's what you gotta do. You know, like, not your family. Like, you know, you gotta like make yourself happy on your own terms.
Yeah, exactly. Like I drove 2 hours to school. How many hours did you drive to school?
About 2 hours too.
Yeah, so it's not like our parents want us to get
Yeah,
it's because we wanted it.
A lot of people ask like, oh, like why are you driving that far to go to college, or why don't you just go to this place instead, which is like half hour away or whatever. I'm like, it's not the same. Number one,
Yeah, because
every college is different.
Yeah, and what allows you to go every single day, wake up early in the morning at 4 a.m. just to get there?
It's the ambition.
Ambition, because you really want it, right?
Yeah.
Is it for yourself or for your mom and dad?
It was for myself.
Exactly.
It was like, how bad do I really want this?
Exactly, and that's what I'm trying to bring here today. Is just like a lot of people who would get like videos that's trending on Facebook, YouTube, or whatever, says drop out. But like the moment you do drop out, you got to make sure that there's other things you got to do as well. You got to work hard.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go to college thinking like it's gonna be there. Like I go to college, I gotta work hard for it. I gotta keep working every day. It's like I'm not entitled to that.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you are not entitled to that. We gotta go through.
Like after college, it's like you're not entitled to anything.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
If you want, like for me, like when I was already done college, I was more of like, okay, what now?
Exactly. And people people think like people go to college, they automatically deserve this specific thing. No, it's like you gotta go through freshman year, you gotta go through junior year, you know what I mean? Sophomore, junior, then you gotta go to senior year.
Mm-hmm.
Like there isn't really a cheat code to it. Like there's no shortcut to it.
There's no shortcut.
And then even if you drop out of college, there's really no shortcut to success. You gotta go through. There's some platform in there. You gotta go through freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Like you gotta be a rookie to be able to be a star.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the thing too is that like honestly though, like college is not a one size fits all.
It's not, and that's what I'm saying. It's like I did it because of my personal belief that I wanted to become what I wanted to be. This is what I wanted to be. Like I said, I've always been intrigued with things, and I felt like this is a perfect opportunity for me to really, not just like brighten out my horizon, but like more just because, man, like I'm passionate about it. Like this is what I want to do. Like you put me in I might not be really well with the math and sciences behind it, but I can tell you right now, if you tell me to build something, I'd be the first one to say, hey, I'll volunteer to do that right now. Put me to work.
It's the people who take initiative.
Yeah, take initiative right there. You gotta be assertive with this stuff. You gotta really be confident in this.
And the thing too is that a lot of people, like, if you're driving, I want to go back to, if you're driving 2 hours to go to college or whatever, people will be like, oh, like you're going that far, like you're crazy or whatever. I'm like, well, people who are crazy tend to change the world.
Exactly, man, and that's the thing. Like, I'm pretty sure if you drop out of college, you could do the same type of impact that I would do, or he would do, or I'm not saying like. College is definitely, like he says, not a one size fits all. People
drop out of college
and become more successful. And there's people who go to college and trapped in a box. And I hope to not be that person, But in order to get out of that position or whatever, you got to work hard. Yeah. So like
you can't just drop out of college and be like, oh, I'm not going to do anything. I'm like, then that's on you. If you fail, if you want to drop out of college because you can't breathe, that you don't want to go to college, and like you want to do something else, then whatever that is something else that you want to do, you better hustle your face off to get where you have to be on that.
Exactly. And like for instance, like right now I graduated a degree in computer engineering, and then I went to this is another great example. Like you gotta stay humble throughout, even with a degree or without a degree. I went to a career fair over in Philadelphia. Over at Temple University, and I was there, and I was walking around looking for IT positions or anything engineering related. I think out of the 110 career fair vendors, there was only 2 IT positions that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, number one, like you can go to another career fair at a different school.
Yeah. I mean,
I didn't even know that.
Maybe I wasn't able to be. I don't know, but one of my good friends took me there, and then.
Were they at Temple?
Yeah, they were at Temple.
Oh, okay. I was just like, because you like no connections whatsoever, and you went to Temple or whatever. I'm like, how the hell did you do that?
No, I was fortunate enough to have a friend that goes there.
That's cool.
He was able to get the email. He forwarded it to me we went together and whatnot. But anyways, I went there, and I was Comcast, and which is was typically all engineering, especially and the second one was like some staffing agency, like we were mentioned when we were behind stage and whatnot. That one, they were offered. Those are the two places that offered IT. And then, so me, I was very, I had to be very assertive and persistent with people. So I went to, even though there's two people that only offered IT in there, I went to each 110 and I asked them if they have an IT department hiring. And then they were like, no, unfortunately not. But me asking, made me like what I'm saying is like, it's not given to you. It's not just because I got a degree. Yeah. It's not like, oh, I got a job. No, I got to work harder now. I got to work even. Like, you got to still grind. Yeah. And one of the things that they told me was like I don't know if this might open the umbrella for debate or let you guys see a more bigger picture of what I'm trying to say. I was talking to somebody. He was a recruiter, and he was saying, I talked to him. I was like, hey, do you have any engineering degrees available? I just recently graduated with a computer engineering degree. They were like, sir, unfortunately, this is like entry-level career fair. Just people with like not that many experience, just regular jobs that doesn't really require a bachelor's degree. And your degree is more like high level. That means like, you might have to like search a little bit like higher. Like you can't get it here. Like
you need like a senior status.
But not a senior status. Like you just can't find it at a career fair, because career fairs are representatives of like the marketing and digital.
But they're more for entry level now.
Yeah, entry level, yeah. But that just says more about my degree. Like, yeah, it's high level, but then like you gotta understand, like that job is still not mine yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can't even get a job at an entry level place. Yeah. And it's like, it may sound, like I said, it might sound like it's something that may be open up for debate. But like, when you walk in there, I can't expect that everything is mine. Even though I have a degree higher than most people, you can't just say, hey, I'm going to get a job today. Yeah. No, it's just like someone who dropped out of college. We all looking for the same opportunities.
Yeah, and I feel like in a career fair though, you're telling them like, I got my background in this and everything like that. But then it's also a two-way street where like if you're going for example, if you're going for Comcast and everything like that, and they need someone for marketing or something like that, they're gonna have to sift through everyone, like regardless if they're in like marketing or not, and say like, oh, you got a journalism degree? Okay, well, that doesn't tie into marketing, but it's like a one like tweak where it is or whatever, and they're like, you know what, like, forget your journalism degree, we're gonna get you for marketing.
Exactly. But then with IT, it's like if we don't have any IT positions available, we can't work at journalism. Yeah. We can't work at digital media content.
Like, you're gonna have to learn it their way.
You gotta learn it their way, and then you think to yourself like, oh crap,
is this really for me?
Is this really for me? But like, that's one of the difficult things about it. Like, and like I said, like whether you go to college or whether you don't go to college or you do go to college, I feel like it's all the same grind. And for me, we'll get paid a little bit more higher because we have college degrees, but that doesn't, don't be turned off because someone else with a degree has it. Like, you gotta really you just gotta keep grinding. Like, we're all grinding,
Like, honestly, even though like people have their degrees and everything like that, like people are still grinding. Like,
exactly.
I'm still grinding.
But what people tend to forget, man, what really gets me really upset is that like people think that that it's handed to them. Like, they think like okay, you wake up one day, it's yours. No, like, I'm waking up every single day. I apply for jobs about...
Like, here you go, here's a job for you. It's like breakfast, like, here you go, here's a job for you. I wish it was like that. I wish. Like, but that's not how the reality is.
Exactly. It's like, I wake up every morning eating cereal, and, it's the same day that I apply for five jobs while I'm eating cereal. And then I'm pretty sure someone who doesn't, someone else could be eating cereal too, looking for 5 jobs. it's like it doesn't really make a difference. But the difference is that what I think is what benefits me with a college degree is that I'm more knowledgeable. You know, this degree allowed me to be, makes me really focus on my strength. Really, you know, not many people could say that.
Mm-hmm.
Not people could say I'm strong at this.
Yeah.
You know, people like they're guessing if they're strong at it, but they're really like, because they haven't done it enough. Me, I've been doing this for so long that I'm like, okay, I'm experienced with this.
Yeah.
I'm the man for this job,
mm-hmm.
and that's what makes a college degree more a little bit more competitive.
Yeah,
like this.
more, like,
Because someone without a degree or without experience, let's say, could have, you know, could get into an interview and say, hey, look, applying for the same job, and he goes and, you know, he can make a huge impact to the interviewer,
mm-hmm.
and say, hey man, you did a great job. You didn't have a college degree.
Mm-hmm. But
then someone with a college degree could be like, hey, my name is so and so, and I've worked on this. I took 3 classes on it,
mm-hmm.
and you know, and that's the edge that
most employers want to know what your background is, what you created, you know, like that kind of thing, and that's like how it is too.
Yeah, exactly. And I wouldn't be able to be in that room right now and be competitive without a college degree, because in school I did numerous projects that I probably wasn't even able to do at home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and which is probably like I wouldn't have a professor to teach me all that stuff, and I think it'll be very difficult to find a teacher online
mm-hmm.
that's from IBM to teach you what my teachers taught me. You know
exactly.
Like I had a professor from IBM and whatnot, and I had the pleasure of, you know, meeting the man, and
mm-hmm.
he taught me everything. It's gonna be very difficult to find that in someone who's self-employed, or what's called
well, for a teacher,
like a first person who didn't go to college
dropout.
Well,
it's true. It's like if you didn't go to college, or if you if you don't have the privilege on going to college, you know, you're not necessarily a college dropout. If you take a semester or 2 and you say college isn't for me, I'm out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the type of people that, like, you know, those are the people are like, I'm a little bit above a little bit just because I have someone from IBM to teach me that. But like, you know, like who cares about that type of stuff? I think it was very beneficial for me, but it may not be beneficial for everyone else. But you know, what I'm saying right now is like, I'm very happy that I have it. I worked hard for it.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that show to everyone? Not just employers, but to my family, to my friends, that like, if you really put your mind to it, you're gonna get it. Like I think I've shown enough of my work ethic to prove to people like I'm the one. Like, yeah. Like, don't mess with me. Like, yeah. I will get it done.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to finish it.
Exactly.
And that's not what a lot of people are able to prove.
Exactly.
There's a lot of people that says I'm going to do it, but then, you know, when it comes to the job, they're like, damn, I want to give up.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's one of those things that differentiates.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. Like, if you are, like, you know, like I said, like, college is not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. And here's what most people, I feel like, in my opinion, a lot of people do make a mistake. You go to college for 4 years, get your degree. Awesome. But you don't learn after that. You start searching for a job, which is, like, you know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know, but you stop learning.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what a lot of people do. They stop learning because, like,
they become stale.
They become stale, they become stagnant and everything like that. Sometimes they can't find a job. Sometimes they get a job right away. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, never stop learning in whatever you have to do. So if you have a job, if you're majoring in business or something like that,
mm-hmm.
you know, like, then okay, learn more about business. Or if you're like, oh, I want to learn art this time, then go learn art.
Yeah, go learn art. Like, go learn something. Like,
you know
whether it be in an institutional place, whether it be like your piano teacher or something. Like, really, like, focus on what you want to be. Like, I wanted to design computers. That's why I pursued that.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, I wanted to be an engineer, so I had to go to an engineering school. Like, I had no choice but to go.
Yeah.
But that's something that you really want to be. You gotta do it.
Yeah.
And then that's just for anything. If you want to be a musician, like, if you really want to be better making music, like, go to a music school, or not even a music school. Be under the wing of somebody who's really great at it.
Mm-hmm.
And that experience right there will take you somewhere. Like, that really would, like, you don't gotta pay for that. Like, what I'm saying is, like, you gotta learn. You gotta keep learning every day. Like people in the field that was in it for 20 plus years, they're still learning new stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people, like they don't go back to college to learn this stuff. They grab a book and just learn it themselves.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, and the thing too is that like, you know, when you're already like done school and everything like that, you know, like for me, like my background is very technical. Yeah. But then at the same time, I can't use my creativity, which I also love. And so that's why it's just like, damn, I want to use my creativity too, because my job is more technical. And so like, all right, how do I use my creativity instead? You know, well, I can't do it in my job, so let me try to do something else instead and use my creativity that way. Yeah. And that's what I try to do.
Yeah, man. But regardless of how you want to live your life, if you want to live your life like the 6-figure guy, you got to work like a 6-figure guy. Whether you drop out or you're not drop out, you know, like with engineering, you got to work like a 6-figure guy because you're going to be a lot of things are under your hands. Like I got to make sure electricity is done properly. Like if I build
you don't want to screw that up.
Yeah, if I build a computer, it has to be safe for everyone. So like like it's worth if the amount of money I'm gonna get paid is worth it because you know like that type of stuff. But like if you're sitting around the house and you're expecting, oh, I'm gonna be a 6-figure guy, but all you do is stand around the house and eat chocolate cookies.
There's nothing wrong with eating chocolate cookies, but
like I mean, you know, you gotta really prove to yourself like you're worth that, guy. Exactly. And I know a lot of people nowadays they think they deserve it. They think they wake up one day and they think they have it all to themselves. They go like, hey, blah blah blah, I'm the man of the town. But then like later on you start realizing, who are you? Like, you know, like what I wanted to talk to you about was like if you didn't have a college degree, what would you do? Like, what would you do to be successful if you didn't have a degree?
So, for instance, hypothetical situation, if I didn't have the privilege of going to college or whatnot, or I wasn't able to go to college because I couldn't pay for it. Obviously, I would like if I went for a semester or whatever, then dropped out because I didn't have any money. I would go like work at the closest thing that I could get, and then work my face off that way and move and rank up
forward,
and move rank position from there.
Yeah.
And then once I have that authority of like senior level whatever position, then it's just like now that like I'm stagnant, I can't go anymore. Okay, time to switch to a different job.
Yeah, like for me, for instance, what I would do if I didn't have a degree or I wasn't fortunate enough to be able to go, whether the case may be, whether I wasn't passionate about it or whether I was, like me, you know me. I have a recording. This is my recording studio. I built this upon this. Like this is my recording studio. I have customers coming every day, and I'm making money off of it.
That's good.
Yeah. So you can always do that. You could open like your own business. You don't need a degree to open your own business.
No.
I didn't have a degree. I mean, I didn't have a business degree to open this. I don't know nothing. I mean, I know how to handle cash and whatnot, and handle my finances and whatnot. So, recording studio. I got a lot of recording equipment here that makes me money. You invest. Like you invest in yourself. Like
exactly.
There's people out there who's buying cars and flipping them.
Exactly.
There's people who buy houses and flipping them. And what I would suggest is like if you didn't have a degree of some sort and you want some big cash, open up your own business. Like me, I don't want to make my business like a 6-figure business because I don't want to be the guy that comes home every day and says, "Oh crap, I got to do what I love every day." And make it a job. I want my job to be like, I want to go and make it feel like a job. When I like home, my hobbies, I want to just stay a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to enjoy it while it's here, rather than like making it a full-time job and hate it.
Yeah. And the thing too is that like sometimes in another related topic too, like your hobbies become your business because sometimes it's by accident.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I said, I was lucky enough to be able to go to college, and I thought to myself like, yo, why take my opinion was like, why take this route? Even though I got this route, I felt like it's just a better opportunity for me to win.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a great opportunity. I invested a lot of money in my studio. I spent over $100,000 on it. Probably worth more than my college degree, to be honest with you. Damn. But like at the end of the day, it's just really what you want, you know. And I feel like don't let a college degree tell you you're not worth anything if you don't have a degree, and don't let somebody who doesn't have a college degree tell another student with a college degree, say you conform to the world, or you play it safe or whatever.
Yeah, like as I said before, your hobbies become, you know, your business, of course. You know, it becomes by accident. Like, for example, like I did photography. No one taught me photography at all. I learned all by Google, learned all by YouTube and everything like that, and just kept on taking pictures. Had a couple friends who were models, kept on taking pictures of them, and next thing you know, had people like, oh, like how much do you charge and everything like that. And of course, you know, had to do my research on that. I'm like, okay, so this is how much I charge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's it, man. Just make sure you don't get ripped off. Like for instance, man, like I did photography at one point too. Yeah. That's how we kind of really connected. Really, I was doing photography, and I spent like $1,000 on my camera, and I, you know, and I was making that. Like to me, I invested that money so I could get the money triple. You know, like. Yeah. So I was making a lot of money with my camera and whatnot, but at the very end of the day, you got to research, like, okay, how much is a camera person making, you know? And you don't really need experience with cameras. You just need to learn how to use it. And
I see people who study photography though too, and there's nothing wrong with studying it. It's just that you don't necessarily need to.
Yeah, you don't need to. You don't need to learn how to run your own business. Like I know people who never went to college and they have their own restaurant at home.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
And like I said, you know, whether I design something, because I plan to, for my computer engineering degree, I plan to work for like a company that makes music equipment, and you know, I can't do that without a degree. I gotta prove to them, like, hey, I'm the person you could hire because I know how to build microphones, I know how to build recording equipment, I know how to program recording software, and that's something that, you know, that would put me in a better position than someone who didn't. And like I said, like it doesn't matter what you do, who you are, or how you do it. There's more the fact of, like, you know, how much walking that you walk, because like that's really what happens at the end.
Yeah, because exactly. It doesn't matter who you are. You know what I mean? You could be anybody you want to be.
Yeah, you just gotta walk it, man. You just gotta keep walking towards that tunnel and just keep believing in yourself that it's
tunnel vision.
Yeah, man, just really start looking at the end goal and really start walking towards it. Like, you know, nothing comes that easy. Like, everything that's good doesn't come that easy. I'm telling you, Steve Jobs probably spoke to his employers or the people that he started off with, and motherfuckers was like, yo, you crazy. You know what I'm saying? And he said to himself, it's a long walk. He probably lost his best friends off to something, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
He must have, because I know I would never recruit anyone on my team unless they were really good friends of mine, you know. I know I wouldn't start a 6-figure business without the closest people first. So I'm pretty sure he probably went through a lot of trials and tribulations with the people who didn't believe in him. So you gotta keep walking. And to be honest with you, when no one don't believe in you, that's the hardest walk to walk.
When you're trying to innovate too, and you're like, wait, you're trying to do what?
And then people don't believe it.
You're like, you're crazy, you know? And it's just like, you know, you have to be crazy in order for this to work. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you know, he broke the boundaries on that.
Exactly.
You know?
And it's just like just like everything in this world, you just gotta keep working hard for it, you know. And my brother doesn't have a college degree, and he's doing so well. He has his own brand new house. He has his wife.
That's good.
Got a couple pets to feed. Like, you know, he's actually doing pretty well. And you know, there's someone who, like me, who don't got a college degree. I don't even have a job yet. And you know, you would think of the opposite. But you know, don't get it twisted though. Like, always grind hard. I'm still working every day. I mean, wish me luck on finding jobs and stuff like that. But every single day I'm applying for jobs. But you know, as long as I'm in the best position that I'm in than I was 5 years ago, I'm happy with my life. Because I know me and you, 5 years ago, we probably would never have the opportunities we have now.
I wouldn't even be thinking of this at all 5 years ago.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You know, it opens your mind, it humbles you, and you know. And last thing I want to just say, like I said earlier, you know, if you're a person who believes that college isn't necessary, then keep believing that, because you know, to be honest with you, you don't need anything in this world. Like, you gotta go work for it.
You gotta work
whether it be with a degree or without. Because honestly, everything is yours. You just gotta go get it. Like, everything is yours.
Success isn't gonna come to you. You're gonna have to go after it.
Yeah. So however you see yourself fit, man, just keep working at it. And I hope the best for each and every one of you guys who's watching this videos. This is a conversation not about people who don't go to college. It's also a conversation about who go to college and have nightmares, you know, as well. So like, this isn't like a biased opinion saying go to college, or a biased opinion saying that don't go to college, because just because two people here has a degree right now doesn't mean that you should have a degree as well. So think about these things.
Exactly. We both have college degrees, you know, and you know, we're trying to do our own thing and try to grind. You know, I'm trying to build this brand, you know, and it's not easy.
Yeah, he's trying to build a brand, and I'm just trying to find a job. Like it all depends on your situation and where you at. I know a lot of my friends didn't go to college, and you know, they're at where they're at now, and you know, and not to say they're lazy people or whatever. It's like they don't want it for themselves, and I got friends who do want it for themselves, and like Harold, for instance, he's on a level that I'm not in yet, but you know, luckily, hopefully I get there, you know. And you know, it's really about, like, you know, just surround yourself with people who you want to be like. You know I stopped surrounding myself with people who I didn't really fit in anymore. Like, they had different mindset and whatnot. So I try not to be around those people. I just be around people who succeed with you, and I feel like that just brings more positivity in your life.
Positive tracks positive, negative tracks negative.
So if your mom tells you to go to college and you don't feel like going to college, and hang out with someone else who don't believe in that and start like an empire and build a studio, build a business, and then prove to your mom like college degree isn't needed. Or stay away from those potheads and that don't go to school, just sit in your mom's house and go hang out with the people who are making six figures, so you can make six figures. You know, just you know, just keep a clear mind with things. And hopefully this video shows people, like, if you're really passionate about things, whether it be college related or not college related, you know, that's what East Coast Passion represents.
Exactly.
We represent, like, whatever you think is the best for you and whatever makes you happy. We're all for that. We want you to succeed in that.
ECP is about what you're passionate about.
Exactly. And you know, and that's why I'm here with Harold every single time we link up. We're always talking about what we're passionate about. Just before this video, we were just talking about, man, like, what job offers were we getting, and like opportunities that we were both enjoy, you know, talking about. Like, this is the things that do matter to us. And you know, we want to talk to anybody who has other things that they're passionate about, and let them talk to us about it. We'll definitely encourage it, because we encourage everything that you always wanted to be, to manifest into the person you want. And that's what we want from everyone.
Exactly.
To really bring the best out of you by giving you this type of content. And this will, like, you know, encourage you guys just to go out there and just really do your thing. And
once you find success, you'll realize what your true potential is.
Exactly. And, I mean, he said it better than I could. And I wish you guys all the best of luck. Yeah. He's been with me since the very start of my career.
I wish you nothing but the best on finding what you need.
Yeah, in the next video, hopefully we can make a video about how we are in our careers and how we move forward.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we'll just keep moving from there.
Exactly. Any shout-outs?
Shout-outs to Danny Boy, you a nurse. Shout-out to Eon, you a nurse. Shout-out to Philippines.
Shout-out to the Philippines. Yo, we're getting a lot of hits on the Philippines.
Oh, really? Shout-out to the Philippines.
Shout-out to the Philippines.
Shout-out to my mom. Shout-out to my dad. Shout out to his mom. Just shout out to everyone who's watching this video, because I know this is a very lengthy video.
Love you all, mom and dads.
Yeah, but hopefully this video is very informative and helps you. We hope to inspire.
Yes.
Yes.
We want to inspire people. We want to motivate people so that, you know, they can reach their true potential, regardless if they want to go to school or not.
Yeah, and then if you're around the area, if you're in the East Coast, you know, contact the CEO, Harold, here. Maybe you have something to offer us. And
if you have any questions, you know, let us know. We'll answer it for you.
Exactly. Or if you have a passion that you want to bring out to the public, I mean, me and him are willing to drive. You know, we're willing to drive out to. We can't go to California, but we're willing to drive on the East Coast somewhere.
One day. You know, one day.
Yeah.
Alright, man. So this concludes the video. Stay tuned for the next one, alright?
And don't forget to click the link.
Click the link.
Subscribe.
Like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Like.
Edit the video. Alright, guys.
Alright. Peace.